The mission of the CCEP is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We conduct research, nonpartisan research, designed to inform both on-the-ground efforts and policymakers. The individual patterns that we see in terms of participation very often translate into communities that are not only underrepresented, but those communities are also communities that are also not doing so well on a host of social and economic measures. This is a sampling of some of the, over the last few years, some of the bills that use our research. We've got 2 or 3 bills right now that are using our research. So a good chunk of our research is around electoral reforms. So starting about 15, now nearly almost 20 years ago, we started to really open up access to vote by mail. We removed the excuse, became no excuse vote by mail. We allowed people to sign up as permanent vote by mail voters so they wouldn't have to ask and request that. So Latinos and young people, back in 2012, we looked at the 2012 election that got, a lot of those conversations started. And they were using vote by mail at much lower rates, about 37% for Latinos, 39% for those age 18 to 24. We started down the path, also funded by the James Irvine Foundation, to better understand how people were using vote by mail and also how they were choosing the method of voting that they were choosing, right? So we created the California Voter Experience Study. So who uses vote by mail? So like the numbers I gave you a moment ago for 2012, right? So by 2016 general election, numbers had increased a little bit, but still a disparity. This is just one simple chart here. This is of Latinos who voted, 47% used vote by mail. Asian Americans, 66%, the total population, 58%. Young people, a difference of 53 to 71%, so still differences in the population in terms of their use of vote by mail. 27% said that they didn't trust the post office to get their ballot delivered safely or on time to be counted. And like I said, there were nuances within that in terms of the reasons why. And a larger proportion of voters of color felt this way.